You're watching Cover to Cover, our guide to the Sikh and Punjabi books that you need to read. This week we're introducing Gurmukhi Workbook 1 and 2. This is a book by Ajinder Kaur as part of a new Sikh studies series. It's self-published under the publishing company name Sikh Student Learning. These are soft cover books in quite a large format size, as you can see, in A4. And they are widely available to purchase on Amazon and have only been released earlier this year. Whilst these two works aren't books that you're going to read in the traditional sense, we have purchased these as soon as they came out and been experimenting with them with young children and adults for about the last couple of months to put it through its paces and see if it was worthy of a review. These are essentially textbooks that will help somebody new to the Punjabi language learn the Gurmukhi script through exercises and teaching of what the letters are, how they sound, and everything you need to start understanding what Punjabi looks like, sounds like, and can be read like. As you can see, I'm holding up two books, and that's because we have Workbook 1 and Workbook 2. The characters of the Gurmukhi alphabet are split across both of these works. For the purposes of us talking today, I'm going to hold both up. You can of course purchase Workbook 1, go through all of the exercises and pages before going on to purchase Workbook 2, or as I decided to do, just buy both of them at the same time to have a look. Let's see what we're getting inside these two workbooks. Both books have the same opening pages. These are, in the briefest sense, an introduction to the Punjabi language and the Gurmukhi script itself, before you have a series of exercises that are all relating to the different characters of the Gurmukhi script. We begin with a brief note about the author, her background, and some acknowledgements into how this work came about being published. This is followed by an overview into the Punjabi language, where it originated, and particularly on the origins of the Gurmukhi script. And then the workbooks come on to their main content, going through page by page each character of the Gurmukhi alphabet and giving exercises to the reader to follow in order for them to better understand how to pronounce that character, how to spell out the character, write the character, and how to differentiate between that and other characters of the Gurmukhi script. At the conclusion of Workbook 2, there are a number of tests and exercises that put the reader through their paces on what they have learnt up until that point. These workbooks are very straightforward. You get what you see. What makes them special and different to a lot of the other material that's now out there on the market is the way that they try to explain and contextualize how learning of the Gurmukhi script can be encouraged and made easier, particularly for younger people and children. Although I didn't actually find that this work should be limited just to children, and some of the adults who are trying to learn Punjabi that picked this up said that they found it quite helpful and a good resource for them to use on their path to learning the Punjabi language. The books are very simply illustrated that do help to make it engaging for younger children, but it's the ease of use, the ease of purchase, the price point at which these books come in that will make them something that those of you who are trying to read, learn, understand the Punjabi language will want to pick these up for. There are of course improvements that can still be made to these workbooks, and some of the newer material that is coming out of the Punjab in particular is trying to make characters and the reference points to depict those characters more relevant to people growing up in a 21st century world, or particularly outside of the Punjab in the West, where Ura is no longer Oud and now takes on a different picture. But that doesn't stop one from trying to learn through using the material that is provided in these books. It is that ease of use that makes this something that I think a lot of people should try to explore. It's very different from some of the kind of Ghanaian materials that still unfortunately exist in Gurdwara Punjabi schools and after school club Punjabi schools, where the material is quite dated and the production levels aren't as high as this. If you're somebody who wants your children or your nephews, nieces, or children of friends to learn the Punjabi language and the Gurmukhi script and have been trying to find something that you can look at and have help with, then these are definitely the workbooks for you, because the author has been quite upfront about why they've put this series together. There's clear websites that you can message them through, and of course, even though the introduction is quite brief, it gives you all of the basic information telling you what you're actually looking at here. And probably some of that basic information about the Gurmukhi script is something that not every Punjabi or Sikh knows about either. So in that light, I would definitely recommend the Gurmukhi Workbook and Gurmukhi Workbook 2 by Ajinder Kaur for anyone trying to learn the Punjabi language. But of course, we want to know what you think, so please leave us a comment below and share your thoughts on this work. Join us again at Naujawani for another cover to cover, our guide to the Sikh and Punjabi books that you need to read.